Those that are on Facebook, thank you for coming. I'm glad that you came here and enjoy the takes that I've endured and expressed on the superhero films that I love and enjoyed for the past couple of years. I just want to be able to give you guys more key insights that these shows are ranked by, not just me, by also the world. You know, that's why you see a big, massive of collage here that I put together this this morning. It took me a little bit of tinkering. I'm sorry um that I had to reset. Now everything is back in order, everything is set in motion. I want to be able to emphasize that it's not just me that thinks of these shows mediocre, you know, back in 2022. And for me, it's not right because, we was in a pandemic, things happen. We just had to roll with the punches. So therefore, I'm going to be going with rankings that every source that they have here, and I'm gonna give you a conclusion of what you should do and my observation of what you might like to see in these superhero films and TV shows that happened this year and a little bit of 2022. As you can see, the first ranking system that they have from direct.com, I will be putting these sources down on the comment below in the description in YouTube, Facebook, also on Club Deck. If you want to be able to come in and talk to me on Club Deck, give me your insights of how you feel. I'll definitely leave down in a comment below so you guys can also talk to me and tell me how you guys feel about each and every show that comes across. First take from direct.com, Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice was an awesome, great show, great movie. It ranked top 10. That's direct.com for you. If you want to hear their take on it, here's a little bit snippet synopsis. I'm gonna leave it here on the screen for like a good 30 seconds so we can be able to see number 9, Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey with Harley Quinn was good, I would say. It was good. It was very good, but they ranked it at number 9 here. They ranked it at number 9 for DC superhero films. That's how they want to do it. They want to be able to rank it like that though. You know. Uh Number 8, Man of Steel. Man of Steel, eh, it was okay. Man of Steel was okay for the most beat. It was okay. Try to figure things out with Man of Steel, but this is here we are from direct.com again. Man of Steel number 8. Let's see who's number 7, guys. Let's see who's number 7. Shazam number 7. Hmm. I rather put that number 10, but okay. Shazam. They put that to bed. You know, Shazam. Anywho, let's see who's number six. Aquaman. The first Aquaman was good. I go lie, but it don't deserve number six. It would be I would cater it to number nine, but you know, it's these articles that is important to see, um, educating and understanding other people's takes and ideals of why they rank these films at these numbers. But me, I digress. Number five, Joker. Yeah, Joker deserved that rank. Top five. At least top five, I would say. Yeah. Joker. Joker was very, very awesome to see. Very awesome to see. I loved it. I love the character. I love everything that had to deal with Joker within itself. Like it was I I have no words. Like literally no words to say about Joker. Joker was magnifique. Like there's so many words I would say, but magnifique was top five for Joker. Let's see who's number four. Black Adam. Number four, Black Adam. It it is an interesting film. Black Adam is an interesting film, but the only thing I got out of it was Black Adam. He was pretty much a slave, and the gods gave him immortality, and that's how that's all I got out of Black Adam. And then at the end, Superman came in. That's all I got out of Black Adam. I don't think it deserved top five in my book, but it's ranking top four. Okay, uh, the Suicide Squad two. Uh, hmm, I wouldn't even rank Suicide Squad in top three. Suicide Squad would have been like 10, because yeah, they wanted to bring in Peacemaker. Okay, cool. It didn't really give it too much nuance to it. Like it was just everywhere with the Suicide Squad Part Two. It was just everywhere. I liked it the first Suicide Squad more than this one. The first one had more storytelling and why that story was great with Will Smith. It gave it a overall storytelling base in Suicide Squad. In Suicide Squad, the first one, you knew what was going on. You knew you was you was like dancing in your boots, like trying to figure out, are they gonna win or are they gonna lose? Because the feeling was so awesome. This one, uh, it lost me after 10 minutes, but the direct.com wants to rank this top three. Uh if you say so. Top three, I I I digress. I'm gonna leave it up to the audience to tell me if you think this deserves top three. Let's see who's next. Wonder Woman 1984. Hmm. Wonder Woman 1984. It gave it a closing. It gave it it gave it a closing of what it needed to tell with the the lead actor that was in the first Wonder Woman. It gave it a ending point of what needs to be and what has to happen. But overall, I like the Wonder Woman 1984 overall because it brung different characters. It brung out different reasonings of the storytelling. But I won't say it's top five. But okay, let's see the last one. Oh yeah, hell yeah, the Batman, but Matt Reeves. Yeah, number one, number one, hands down, number one, hands down. I would for me, I would put Batman, Joker, uh, Batman, Joker, uh, Man of Steel, Batman, Dawn of Justice. All the other ones, trust me, I watched them all, but I didn't like how the story was, especially Shazam. Shazam didn't give it its moments. Like 1 minute he he's funny, next minute he's trying to lead, next minute he don't know exactly what should he do. Uh, the first one, Aquaman. This one, it was okay. He was out of his element. He didn't know who he was. He didn't even know he was Aquaman. So they had to bring that story into it, you know. But overall, these ranking numbers wasn't my top. But Batman is top one. Joker after that. Wonder Wonder Woman will be like six for me. In here, Suicide Squad, I'll take it all the way back to 10. And I'm not too sure with Black Adam. Black Adam was more of a Jesus type movie. If you haven't watched Black Adam, I suggest you watch it. It's very portraying a good way, but for me, it's a different take for me because all I can remember from watching Black Adam is he was a slave. God grant him immortality and power based like Superman abilities, and didn't really know too much of how to handle it. Then after that, he knew how. Then after that, it became new. It became different. Like he knew what to do already. You know that. But come on. But other than that, it don't deserve top five. It don't not deserve top five. But I digress. Let's look at another one from my sources that I've looked at because they have different takes. They have different takes of how they rank their system. I mean, even people have it ranked a certain way. See, over here, you see over here, Wonder Woman 1984 made money, but it's ranked at 12. You know, it's ranked at 12. Ranked all the way at the totem pole. Like, you know, Suicide Squad, again, 11. It made money, but then again, the story wasn't all great. I'm glad that they add in Peacemaker into it, but and then have the nerve to take out Will Smith. It was just like, what? I'm not hating. I'm not hating on him, but they did what they did. Let's see here. Top 10. Birds of Prey. This one was great. This one was very good. Everybody was very great trying to save the little girl, trying to do everything needs to be done. It was a good movie, Birds of Prey. I'm not gonna hate it. There's no need for me to hate it. If y'all want, if there's even a speck of people in the audience that definitely hates woke movement, whatever you want to call it, empowerment, stuff like that. Hey, I tell you straight up, it was a great movie. You shouldn't be upset of what the movie was trying to portray here. You shouldn't really be upset because it was very good, very very good. Let's see who's next here. The Flash over here from MovieWeb.com is ranked at number 9. The Flash. Eh, it wouldn't give me. It doesn't give me. It gives me 12, but 9. Come on. Hey, I am not like them. I get it. They want to rank this at number 9 because we're because everyone that's part of the DC like the Flash TV series. We've seen all different takes of what the Flash can be. And this one, they brung out Flashpoint. I thought this Flashpoint was kind of uh, a reboot of DCEU leaving and the new DC James Gunn is coming. They kind of like bamboozled us, brung in different people, and is like, what? It's I guess okay, you know, but here we are. Let's go to the next, shall we? Let's see who's next. Top 8. Top 8. Shazam. We just spoke about this. But from a different source, we got Shazam. Top 8. If you disagree, comment down below. Please, if you disagree of these source sightings ranking superheroes film at 2023 and 2022. Because 2024 is going to be amazing. You know, everything is leaving, everything is coming to a new, but they're ranking this number 8. Whew, number 8, Shazam. it made money. It made 363K, but did it really make what it needed to make? Yeah, it says here they did. So they made their profits despite of didn't know where to land. You know, overall the storytelling was not as great, you know, not as great that I wanted it to be. But hey, who am I? You know, who am I? Let's see who's next, shall we? Number 7. Here we go. Black Adam. It made it made it made the most money for DC films. Again, you know my take on it. You know how I feel about it, about Black Adam. It made 391K. It's okay, but comment down below and tell me how you feel about this show right here. This show right here, Black Adam. Let's see who's next on the totem pole. Who is top 6? Top 6, top 6. Justice League. Justice League. That was a great movie. Justice League, that was a great movie. I I ain't gonna hold it. Top 6. It deserved top 6. But no more than that. Top 6. It was very, very awesome to see and very grateful to see these actors coming together to make Justice League into a live action film and to almost hit $1 billion for this movie. Man, it was just awesome. It I just wish that Flash didn't mess up. It would have made more than what it is supposed to make. But hey, I digress. I pull back. Let's see. Man of Steel, of course, is top 5. Of course, you can't beat Man of Steel. Who who in their right mind is gonna tell you that it doesn't deserve top 5? I believe it deserves top 5. The question is, tell you, do you do you believe this deserves top 5? Let's see who's next, shall we? Suicide Squad. Yep, like I said, they deserve that besides the other Suicide Squad with pace where this one by far made more money than the second Suicide Squad. Where is yeah, top 3. And direct.com, they said this one is way better than this. Way better than this? Hmm. Way better than this? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I do not think so. This one by far. I liked this one more because you see a little bit of arrow and arrow in it. You see a little bit because you got Boomerang. Boomerang come from the Arrowverse. You got the Japanese lady that come from the Arrowverse. You know what I'm saying? You got, and then you got a little bit of Batman es escapade in it. So it bring it very good to see this movie because this movie was very awesome for me to see. I liked it. I liked Suicide Squad. It was very awesome. I just didn't like the second one. Second one was like, what? Peacemaker? Okay. I don't know what's going on. He was trying to fight a star or something. Like, come on. Top three, Wonder Woman. Top three, Wonder Woman. Hmm. It deserves it. It deserves it because of the amount of money that it made. It deserves it. It definitely deserves the money that it has here. Like, it made 817. It made 817 on the marker. So it's it's great. Let's see who's number two. Number two. As you can see, this one is saying Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. That was a good movie. They rate that top two. As you can see, it's part of top five. It made eight 872 million, way before making Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. It was shy a little bit. Let's see who's number one in movie.web. You know, again, thank you guys for coming to see what I see, to go over these ranks that a little bit more in detail because I've done a video talking about the DC of what I liked it on each movie from 2023 and beyond. So it again, Batman versus Superman deserved top two. We about to see who's top one. Let's do it. Aquaman made $1 billion in here. That's why they believe that deserves the top one in movieweb.com. It was good. It was good, but it was a first Aquaman movie in our era, in our time of time. It in 2022, it was a great movie. But for me, it don't deserve top one in my book. But just because it made way more money than all the other shows, all the other films of DC EU, can it do it again in this for the last take of DC EU? We'll see if it holds the top number one spot. But for me, I believe Batman with Robert Pattinson was number one for me. Even though even though it did not make the numbers that it needed to make. Even though it did not make the numbers that it needed to make, but I believe that Batman for me was number one. So there's certain key areas that I want you guys to take here from watching me uh digest this from different sources of websites that I've brung here together for you to see with me that uh they from my perspective they're like wishy-washy from my perspective because uh you got direct.com telling you one thing and then you got movieweb movieweb.com telling you another. Hey, that's how the industry of Hollywood is. You give them this, they'll talk about it, they'll critique on it, on everything. I could have done the same thing because I can definitely critique on CGI, writing, all that. That's why I gave you a conclusion of each and every movie of how I felt about it based on production, based on storytelling. Again, I love these live action superhero films, but if you're not giving me great storytelling, great video editing, then what's up? You know, we all not perfect, of course. We all human, but you make the big bucks, guy, my guy. Whoever made this the Snyder version, Snyder cut. If Snyder had all his hands on all these films, hey, I guess we can blame him, but I don't think we should blame him overall. You know, everyone liked the Snyder version of the DCEU, so I'm not gonna say, oh, I hate it. I loved every superhero film from DC, but I have friends that kind of count out. I was like, come on, DC, get with the program, get better, you know. But and then I got other friends that are hopeful for the new DC era of superhero storytelling. But hey, you here with me. You also got the community from subreddit telling you, hey, this is mine. This is my take on these superhero films, and this is how they ranked it. This, you got different takes. People are saying they like Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, The Flash, Wonder Woman. These are their top 13. That's for one person. This is from another person. You see how things started to change a little bit? Man of Steel became number 6. Suicide Squad became number 1. Flash became number 4. You know, this person was saying Flash was top 13. You know, everybody got different, you know, takes, as you can see. Even they got Wonder Woman all the way top 14. Like there's certain people that didn't like the DCEU era, but they felt great about watching it. As you can see, people are saying perfection. People are saying, like, for example, The Flash, yet, but pretty much rewrote my own list. There's people that are saying the same thing that of that movieweb.com, direct.com is saying they're right on the money. They definitely right on the money from audience perspective of of what they are saying, you know, again, this is the DCEU coming to closing. The rank is now over. I want to be able to give you more details of Marvel. Marvel is my favorite comic book of all time, despite of me loving DC because I grew up with DC. Marvel is just kicking DC in his honkers, just just kicking it, just like throwing films after TV shows after films after TV shows. You know, let's let's look together. Let's see here how sources that I've looked and see what they are saying of their ranking system with Marvel films. This is just a TV series right here, guys. This is from Polygon.com. Polygon.com wants to tell you how they are feeling of how they're ranking their films. And here we are. Let's go, shall we? If you haven't watched Hellstrom, very good movie. But I mean, very good show, but wasn't the end all be all. It's a different take of spiritual aspect film with powers beyond measure, with fire and gritty and demon esque that this show had. I don't know if it's coming back, but it was okay. That's why it deserves 23. It deserves 23. And I'm okay with that. Let's see who's 2022. Who's 22? Who is 22? Inhumans. Inhumans, yeah. When I watched it back in 2017, I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. It was okay with the Inhumans. But for me to understand this show again, I would have to rewatch it and actually give you my critique uh a little bit in the next episode. I'll definitely come back to Inhumans and tell you, hey, just a heads up, this is how I felt. I'm gonna really be quick with it, you know, very quick with it and tell you how I feel about Inhumans. If you have something to say about Inhumans, definitely comment down below and tell me if you even watched it. Did you enjoy it? Would you watch it again? You know, let's see who's 21. 21. It deserves that spot. Secret Invasions, it deserves that spot. It really deserves that spot. It it brung it. I don't get me wrong. I like this Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion was very good in the storytelling aspect, but the editing wasn't great. The the storytelling between lead actors was mediocre. So it deserves that spot. 21. Secret Invasions. It deserves that spot. I'm totally on board with Polygon. It deserves that spot. Secret Invasions. 20. Let's use number 20. 20, 20. 20, 20, 20, 20. The Guardians of Galaxy Holiday Special. Hmm. This is interesting. It was okay to see. It wasn't that all moment. It was more of the storytelling. Don't get me wrong, the storytelling was great, but it was like more of a closer because James Gunn is done with Guardians of the Galaxy, and they wanted to finish the storytelling in a different way. Which that's the part I didn't like, where they turned everyone into parents. Like, don't understand why, but it deserves top 20 because of that for me. 19 Runaways. Runaways was very, very, very great. I don't know why they ended it. It would have been more storytelling in Runaways, but hey, it's top 19. It was a good movie, a good TV show run. It wasn't a part of any set Marvel film. There was no continuity, none of that. It was together in in different walks of light where the way they transition in their storytelling. I don't want to give too much into it. I just want to be able to come here, sit here with you guys on a Sunday afternoon, whether you just came from church, from a dinner, and you come across this video, rewind back, and understand my mind of how I collide. Let's see who's next, shall we? Cloak and Dagger. 18. Does it deserve that spot? No, but it is what it is. I like the Cloak and Dagger. The reason why I like the Cloak and Dagger, the 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 way they brung the story to where it was based on New Orleans history, and to that aspect was very, very awesome, where you could see it was pretty much involved of New Orleans history and mythology in a way, without me giving the whole series and episodes that Cloak and Dagger had at the moment. It could have been a could have kept on going, but I don't know why it didn't kept on going. But it was awesome to see that two people had different powers, and one had dark, one had light. When you then it showed that the one that had the dark can go to the dark dimension, and then one that's in the light can go to the light dimension. It was very understanding of different dimensions at that point. Maybe Marvel is trying to was trying to clear a clear picture of what we have now with King Dynasty, where it's just not only dimensions now, it's universes, different universes that coming across. That's why I liked it about Cloak and Dagger from remembering till up to now that we're in a different phase. You know, Cloak and Dagger was like around around Iron Man and Captain Civil War, Captain America Civil War, and stuff like that. So that was part of, I would say, phase three a little bit. You know, let's see who's next. Iron Fist. It deserves that spot. Iron Fist. It was something to understand in Iron Fist, where this is why they brung out, Shang-Chi. This is why it's a little bit connected in some sorts. Because I believe Shang-Chi is more Japanese-esque, and Iron Fist is more Chinese-esque. Because they had their own dimension, and you have to wait a certain amount of years to cross over with Iron Fist. With Iron Fist, I love the fighting scenes in Iron Fist. I love Iron Fist. Iron Fist was very very awesome to enjoy. Next one we have on the list here, Agents of Shield. Agents of Shield, great overall. From season 1 till season 10, right? Yeah, yeah, season 10, I would say. It was very very good uh storytelling. It was very gritty. The fight scenes was awesome. Especially I loved Quake. I wonder if Quake is gonna come to X-Men. I want because Quake, she has abilities that you never thought it could imagine. But if they bring in if they bring in Quake, to it would be awesome. Let's see who's next, shall we? The Punisher. I don't believe the Punisher should be fitting. It should be top 10 at my take. But hey, they want to rank the Punisher 15. Frank Castle, come on, Frank Castle. He did the Punisher well by bringing out the Punisher in a different, greedy, like esque. Oh, the Punisher was very awesome to see. I'm glad that they brought it back. We will be seeing Frank Castle again. Let's see who's the next ranking. Top 14. Top 14. Defenders. Of course. Top 14. It was very, very awesome to see. Very, very awesome. I love the Defenders. I love how it started. I love how it finished. That's why it's coming even more. I love Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones in her own episodes was very good too. Daredevil, huh? 2024 is gonna be very very awesome to start watching my shows that I loved so much and dear. Let's see who's top 13. Top 13. Werewolf by Night. Eh, no comment. Sight not. But I love the black black and white movie. The black and white movie that they gave was very awesome. I don't know why they turned it into color, but I liked the Werewolf by Night. It kind of brung in that storytelling of Blade's origin in some sense, and bringing that dark esque origin into fruition. You're gonna be start seeing a lot of uh dark movie films from Marvel. You're starting to see that with every TV shows that they bring, every films that they bring from Marvel. You will start seeing how they will pivot and to leave you clues into the movies and also the TV shows from Disney Plus. Top 13. Let's see who's top 12. Of course, of course, Luke Cage. Oh my God, nobody can't beat that. Nobody can't beat that. Luke Cage was Luke Cage. You can't. He come in there beating niggas up, beating niggas up, throwing niggas up. You know, he be a monster. Like, man, let's go. You know what I mean? In New York, you can't beat Luke Cage. Luke Cage, top 12 in my book. Yes, it was 12, 12, 12. He did that. I'm glad Luke Cage is coming back as well. Let's use top 11, shall we? Top 11. Hawkeye. Huh? Hmm. Well, I'll say this. In Hawkeye, it brung to a new era, a new mantle, because he brung in a new person to take on the mantle. Uh, he Hawkeye also brung in new characters to fill in as the new Hawk Hawkeye is gonna be developing. So I don't wanna. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you watched it. If you did watch it, comment down below. Again, comment down below on all these rankings that we just seen together. Luke Cage, Werewolf by Night, Defenders, The Punisher, Agents of Shield, Iron Fist, Cloak and Dagger. The list goes on. Runaways. You as you can see, these are top 20s right here. You know, if you liked it, if you didn't see it, I suggest you see it just to have a critique on it. People want to hate on critiques and stuff like that, but hey, it's better to be said than not to be said at all. You know, let's see who's top 10. Top 10. Top 10. Of course, Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones, she come in being a private eye, trying to figure out stuff, trying to see what's happening. I liked it how they also brought in a new character. If you didn't watch Jessica Jones, I suggest you watch it. I suggest you look at it. It was very awesome to see how greedy and nuanced to storytelling of Jessica Jones. Let's see who's top 9. Top 9. Moon Knight. If you haven't watched Moon Knight, watch it on Disney Plus. It was very, very awesome to see of understanding uh Egyptian mythology. It gave me an understanding of whoever you believe in, that's what you're gonna see when you see your God. Because in this uh storytelling, it gave Egyptian mythology a whole different way. Even though in Thor Love and Thunder, all the gods are one. All the gods are in one unison, in one house. But who you believe in is what you will see when you pass away. If you might see an elephant, you might see something else. But Moonlight brung you that Egyptian esque mythology origin story. And the way they brung it with a two punch, with a with a two punch right hook type joint. Moonlight was very awesome, but if it's gonna come again, this should make the fighting scenes more better. That's why most people didn't really watch it because of that. I don't believe the storytelling wasn't great for them, but I believe that the fighting scenes wasn't that awesome, you know. And maybe the ending, got you confused a little bit. But other than that, it deserves its top 10. Let's see who's top 8. Top 8. Top 8. Come on. Seriously. She-Hulk. She-Hulk should not be top 8. Like, I understand it wanted to give Abominable Hulk into the mix. It wanted to bring in Daredevil into the mix. It wanted to show you what girls do when they want to have fun, you know, but and how she wanted to break the third wall and stuff like that, and then have Bruce Banner come in at the end with his son. Eh, the storytelling was like everywhere for me in She-Hulk, but I did not hate it. I would tell you that. I did not hate it. It was just more what what the shenanigans? Like it was not a good story for me. It was just everything was everywhere. Everything was trying to put together like a puzzle. And to freak you out a little bit with She-Hulk. Let's see who's number 7, shall we? Number 7, it deserves it. But it do not deserves number 7, low key. Low key do deserve top 10, but it doesn't deserve that number 7. Because it was a very good series, even season 1 to season 2. It was a very, very good movie to have low key come out winning at the end, coming out swinging at every given moment that the story was qualified for him to do as an actor. Uh, Again, we'll see if there's gonna be a possible third. As you can see here, they're highlighted here that there could be a possible third one, but I don't believe so. They're concluded low key, season 2. That's it in my book. I could be wrong. If there's gonna be one coming, I will definitely let you guys know. Let's see who's top 6, shall we? Top 6. The Falcon and Winter Soldier. Top 6. Okay. It wanted to show you the new Captain America. It wanted to show you how he can beat all odds. That's what I got out of the series. What can he do at any given moment, even though he feels he don't deserve the shield. You know, even though he feels like he don't deserve the shield. If you didn't watch it, if you did watch it, comment down below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you take on it. What's your thoughts? You know, again, it deserves that top 6. Let's see who's top 5. Top 5. Top 5. Top 5. WandaVision. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Top 5. Top 5. Of course. WandaVision. You can't beat WandaVision. WandaVision brung in this storytelling that was never told at this era. Maybe in a different century, maybe in the 18th or 16th century, there was storytelling like that. But WandaVision brung in that storytelling you're where she's telling you a story, then you're in the production seat and she's telling you the story. She's telling you what's about to happen. And I loved WandaVision, and I'm certainly hope that my audience liked WandaVision as well. WandaVision was very, very awesome in my book. Wanda Maximoff did what the story was supposed to be said. Let's see who's top four. Top four. What if? When my friend told me about What If, I kind of was like, nah, let me not. Nah, I don't want to watch it. But then when I saw episode one, I was like, yeah, let me keep on watching. Then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep. Then when I finished it, I was like, what? Is this a possibility of what if certain scenarios could have happened if this didn't happen in the Avengers? You know, I love What If. What if bring in that what if scenario? What if in an animation form though? Like you're actually reading a comic book. That was the most part for me when I watched What If. It was like a live action comic book esque, and it gave you a story in each and everyone's episode with What If. Let's see who's top three. Top three, top three. Let's see who's top three here. Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel don't deserve top three. Maybe top five, top 10, but top three, I don't believe so. But then again, I liked the fact that the writers brung in a story of India, mythology. It brung in understanding of what was happening in that era with her grandmother, with her great grandmother, of explaining to you a little bit of what really happened in in that era of time, and it's cited. It's a fact. India did it apart because British was there and stuff like that. That's why Miss Marvel was uh honored in Polygon top three, but I'm not Polygon. I'll tell you straight up. It don't deserve top three. But hey, I digress. Let's see who's number two. Agent Carter. Agent Carter, yes, hands down, you cannot be Agent Carter. You cannot beat this TV series. If it was gonna keep on going, to everybody would be a rude awakening. But it finished in 2016. Agent Carter, I watched it because I wanted to see Iron Man's dad. I wanted to see what was happening in that era and how Agents of Shield was was getting together because Agent Carter started started it in some way or shape or form because they had different groups already, and Agent Carter was coming from where um Captain America was probably still frozen or something. She don't know if he's still alive or anything like that. So she still had to fight. Still had to figure out what's what with Agent Carter. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's very good TV. You're not gonna hate it. You're not gonna hate it. I promise you're not gonna hate it. Let's see who made the number one chart in Polygon. Of course, you can't beat Daredevil. Who's gonna outrank Daredevil? Daredevil Netflix series. Nobody can beat it, hands down. If you think otherwise, from Polygon, how it ranked from 1 to 20 of every TV show, comment down below. I'll definitely leave these links um in the description after I finish this live show. Again, thank you guys for coming to come here and sit with me of going through different sources, going through what's my take on my idea of as we looking together, as we sharing ideas of how each sources believe in the ranking of these TV shows. Now, let's look at another one and see that time.com has their own ranking system. They have their own ranking system, and they all most of the same. But I digress. I don't believe on certain episodes, certain TV shows that should be number one. Hawkeye shouldn't even be number one, but who am I? You know, who am I? Who are you? But I suggest you watch all these different TV shows that came and tell you what their take of their honesty, their opinion on every TV series that Time watched, Polygon watched, Direct watched, Movie Web watched, and their critique. You know, they're saying Hawkeye's top one in Time. They're saying Wanda Vision is top two. They're saying Low Key's top three. They're saying She-Hulk is top four. They're also saying Falcon and Winter Soldier is number five. I don't think so. I don't believe it should be top five. She-Hulk should not even be top five. Secret Miss Marvel should be in a replace of She-Hulk. It should replace it. But hey, what do I know? You know, I believe that everyone has their own opinion, and we could sit here and talk together, have a conversation together, and piece this all together and give it a rating from me. You know, if you want to definitely come in and talk to me, you can definitely come in Clubhouse and tell me how you feel. And also, we're gonna be live talking together and actually coming together and talking. But hey, you got it from Time. Time ranked it this way. You know, Gamer Rant has their own take. You see, their number one pick, Spider-Man No Way Home. That's their take. You got what else you got here? Spider-Man's number one in here. Then you got Rotten Tomatoes aspect, Rotten Tomatoes for 2023, this is their take. This is how I'm also gonna end the podcast. I'm also gonna end the podcast and end it with this take of 2023. You see, the audience liked it. Every movie that came out 2023. You see the ranks that came out 2023. You see that the audience is like in between everything. You, you know, it for me again, I liked it all of them, but all of them wasn't good. Like Rotten Tomatoes, yes, as you can see, is agreeable of the 78%. But are they gonna agree on what I don't like on the episode on the film? We'll see. Just like the Marvels. I liked it. It wasn't great. It was good to watch. But are you gonna disagree to agree? You know, again, today I'm glad to give you guys more in-depth ranking of DCEU and a little bit of Phase 4, a little bit of Phase 4, a little bit of Phase 5 of Marvel, and come together and say, hey, yes, these sources that I gathered here in front of your eyes, or if you're listening on Clubhouse, I'll definitely leave these on the comment down below. I also want to be able to tell you guys that I will have another uh, podcast tonight at 8 o'clock with my co-host. My co-host is gonna be able to talk to you guys and get excited on things that are coming in 2024 that I'm so excited for, and give you more in depth on how I'm going to feel, how I'm going to take. Also, I'm going to have different sources, different sightings on what's coming, who's going to be acting, who's going to be producing the film, who's the writers for the films. It's just going to be an awesome 2024. Just understand that 2023 was a okay Hollywood um production. It was just that at the time we were on a writer strike and actor strike. There was nothing to do at that moment. It was like 7 to 8 months not knowing release dates, not knowing if they're gonna cancel the show or not because the writers want something, the actors want something. I don't hate it, but it kind of messed up on the storytelling of each movie. People want to believe of woke movement, of why certain movies bring in more female acting based movies, different nuances, different Avengers of different storytelling. I get it. For me, I'd tell you like this: where you gonna watch live action superhero films? We're in an era of superhero films. It's not fatigue for me. Other people have another take on it. hey, I am not you. You are not I. You're not my eye of the beholder, and I'm not yours. I can't tell you of whether you hate it or not, but we can sit and have a conversation. We could sit here and have a collision match, and I'll tell you whether or not we could disagree or agree of how the production lied on, you know. Again, comment down below if you like the video, like and share and subscribe. Turn on the bell notification, please, and enjoy the ride, you know. Again, see you tonight. We will be able to see each other again. Definitely. It was awesome. Like it, subscribe, and we'll see each other next time.